Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is I, Karen Deneen, back with another video. And yes, I am just popping in to say hello. I was in the middle of doing some greens. I am picking some greens that I don't enjoy doing, but I've been craving greens lately and red beans. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and uh, prepare some red beans and with some ham hock, and I think I'm going to bake me some leg quarters to go with this. Um, but I just came in from the heat, and oh my God, you know what? It is hot as hell here in Texas. I think we're supposed to get up to 105 sometime later this week. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Um, so I went to the cemetery to see my dad today. And I started to go yesterday, but you know, I have it rough. I still have it rough. And so I didn't go anywhere yesterday at all. Uh, and that's the story of my life now. I don't get to do many things anymore because of my pain. So you know, it is what it is. Um, I guess this will be my new normal, you know. But I wanted to pop in while I was picking these greens because, you know, it's a chore. I got two bunches of turnips and uh, two bunches of mustard. These are my mustards, and then I'm picking my turnips now. And I've already gone through one bunch, so I bought a total of 4 bunches. Since it's just me here, if you didn't know, my boyfriend lives out of town. He lives in Arizona. So, but he comes in frequently because he is retired. And so we're making plans now for him to move here, and you know, we're planning to get married, and so, you know, we're making plans, but in the meantime, I still got to do what I got to do, okay? And so, anyway, I'm cooking 2 bunches of turnips and 2 bunches of mustard. I'm going to mix those together, and I'm going to put a ham hock in it to cook with it. So, how do you cook your greens? What do you put in it? Because I don't add very much. My ham hock, I let that do its thing, and I add a little bit of seasoning and a little bit of bacon grease sometimes, and a little sugar. Um, and it comes out perfect. Um, I'm probably going to pick these today and put them on tomorrow because I want to cook my beans as well, and I haven't soaked them. I just came in from the grocery store, and it's hot. I had to come in and change clothes. Let me let you see what I'm wearing so you won't think I'm naked, okay? I have this little dress here that I bought. I've had this dress, I don't know how far it doesn't, it comes, let me see. I walk a little bit with a limp, guys, because of my back, so, um, but it comes down to, can you see? Let me turn the other light on. I don't think that made it any better. But anyway, it comes down just a little bit past my knees. And it's really comfortable. And it was so hot out that I just couldn't do it. I had to come in and get out of my clothes and put on something comfortable. Let me raise this back up. I hope the light isn't blinding you guys. But anyway, yeah, so I have one of my ham hocks. I'm putting ham hock in my greens, and I'm also putting them in my beans. And I was thawing out one of my ham hocks, and I bought another one today at the store. And yes, I'm going to bake some leg quarters, and that's it. That's going to be my dinner. Uh, More than likely for tomorrow. And then I know this is more like a Sunday meal. I'm a little backwards, but I've been craving me some greens. And so I decided to go ahead and just cook me some now. And then I think on Sunday I'll probably make me some homemade chicken noodle soup. I'm doing egg noodles with chicken. That's a lot of chicken, isn't it? But I don't eat a lot of beef. I try to stay away from all that beef and all that stuff. The ham hocks alone is not good for me, but luckily I don't suffer with anything. I don't have high blood pressure or anything, but you still got to try to eat right to prevent all of those things. But ham hocks makes the meal. I mean, you can use, I think some people use smoked turkey legs or wings. I prefer the ham hock in mine. So, but the chore is picking these doggone things. So I decided, well, hey, let me come in, maybe keep you some company, or you keep me some company, or whatever you want to call it. I started to put some music on, but then I said I didn't want any copyright issues. So yeah, I'm going back to work on Monday, and we're going to see if I'm able to stay at work, because I'm still not able to do a lot. But life as we know it, sometimes you have to do some things that you really don't want to do. And I always say that nothing beats a try. And I'd rather, see if I can do it. And if I can, then I'll be back at work. And if I can, I'll be back at home. And then I'll just try to figure out things from there. I'm not going to put myself through any strain in order to be at work. My health comes first for sure. But in the meantime, we'll see. We will see. So, what did you guys do over the weekend? Did you do anything on Memorial Day? A lot of people cooked out over the weekend, and some people just decided to stay home and chill on yesterday because they had to go back to work today, which is normally the case for a lot of people. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, it's going to be hot here in Texas. It's already hot. I think it got up to almost 100 degrees today. And the temperature is going to continue to rise throughout the rest of the week until we get up to like 105. I like the summer because of all of the events and it's more things to do. But I don't like it when it gets hot like this. And in Arizona, oh my God. I used to live in Arizona. I worked with the job I have now. I worked in Arizona, and then I moved back to Texas. And I don't know what I was thinking about moving to Arizona, because they easily get up to 120 degrees like nothing. I don't know how my boyfriend does it, but he is planning to get away from there. So, and soon. So, he's just getting some final business taken care of there with his house and everything, and then he'll be moving here, and then we'll be looking for another house, and I'm going to be keeping my house and possibly letting my daughter and her husband and her family move in. That's if they don't buy a house before I move. And if they do, then I plan to make my home a rent home. So that's extra income that I can have coming in. And that's the same thing that my boyfriend or fiance. You know, it's funny. We've been talking about getting married for almost 2 years. And I don't know. I guess as you get older, you don't stress out about when we get married, when we get married, when we get married. I've been married before, so hey, you know, I don't want to rush things, but I'm not going to let it go too long either. But, you know, just, I don't stress about stuff like that. I think when you get comfortable within yourself, you just stop worrying about stuff like that. And, you know, being in a long distance relationship, it does take trust. And I'm not saying that what he is or isn't doing, I just don't worry about it. Okay, that's just that's just how I live my life. I'm a strong black woman, and you probably can tell that in my videos that you know, I don't worry about having a man or what a man is doing. I can't live my life like that. I do things based on the things that I like to do, and I just don't worry about what he's doing. Although I don't feel that he is doing anything, but you know, you don't put nothing past nobody, okay? But we really have a really good relationship, and let me tell you, since I've been off, he has been a blessing. You know, he's made, you know, no ways out of ways. And also by the grace of God, because, you know, there was so much I didn't have that he stepped in and he made sure I did have. So I cannot complain about this man in my life. You know, we've known each other. We used to date years ago. After I separated from my husband, and then we broke up, and, you know, I went on with my life, and he went on with his, and then we came back together, and it's been great. We have a really good relationship, and I love it. I love it. Couldn't ask for a better partner. And you know, like any other relationship, we have our fallout sometimes, but it don't get that serious, you know? Which brings me to this message, or this topic. I am so sick of seeing on television, give me a moment, my back is, whew, child. I am so tired of seeing on the news where women are being, not women, but children are being molested or murdered at the hands of their boyfriends. Okay? Don't nothing in life ever get that good where you have to choose a man over your kids. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care how good looking, how fine, how good he is in bed, how much money he has. I don't care about none of that. When it comes to my kids and you mistreat my children, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no way that I would allow a man to come in and beat on my kids. There's no way that I would allow a man, and I find out about it, that I would allow a man to come in and molest my kids. There's no way. And I'm sick of seeing that on the news where children are being molested by or killed at the hands of not only the boyfriend, but the mom too. And my theory is, if you don't want kids, then damn it, don't have kids. Don't have them. They didn't ask to be here. Don't mistreat your kids for a man. It's ridiculous. And I hate that. I hate seeing that. It breaks my heart every time I see on the news where a kid has been killed at the hands of a woman's boyfriend, or she had a part in it too. That's ridiculous. That is stupid. And it's heartbreaking to me. I cannot, that just does something to me. I have children. I have 2 kids of my own. And they're grown adults now. But there's no way that I would have allowed any man to come in, including their father. No. I would not allow anybody to abuse my kids. No one. It's just sad. It is really sad. And another topic, parents, stop trying to be your kids' friends. Stop trying to be their friends. Stop trying to give them privacy. They don't deserve no damn privacy. Why would you want to give your kid privacy in their room? Let me tell you something. When my kids were coming up, they didn't have the privilege of having cell phones and computers and games like the PlayStation. Well, the PlayStation did come out while they were young, and I believe the Nintendo may have come out while they were young, but you didn't have access to that stuff, and I couldn't go through it. Okay? If it's in my house, I'm going to check everything. Your cell phone, I'm going to look on that computer. I'm going to see the history on that computer. I'm going to check everything. I'm going to check up under your bed, in your drawers. Now, that's something I did do, because drugs has always been around. And I did pop-ups at my kids' schools. They didn't know when I was coming. I wouldn't tell them that I was coming. I just simply go. And I do a pop-up. You got to be more involved in your kids and listen to them, because sometimes they're not always just being a tattletale. They're trying to tell you something. It's too many of that going on. It's too much of that going on. Stop letting your kids have the privacy they don't deserve. You're the ones paying the bills there. And these parents with these guns or buying these guns for these kids, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I don't understand. I really don't. It's so sad that you can't even send your kids to school. It's ridiculous. It just breaks my heart to see all of that. And I fear for my grandkids. I'm so scared for them. Because not long ago, there was a shooter or a threat at my daughter's school. And she goes to a pretty good school. So it really doesn't matter what school you go to. I got so many bad greens. Look at these greens all wilted. And Anyway, you can't even send them to school. And there was a threat at their school, and thank God nothing happened. And I just hope and pray that nothing happens while they're, when school gets out, which is next week. Is their this week, I believe, is their last week of school. I'm just hoping and praying that nothing happens. Not just at their school, but at the other schools as well. It's sad when you can't send your kids to school to get an education. It's ridiculous, and I fear for them. I really do. This world is nothing like it used to be. When we were coming up, anyone that can relate, that's my age, I'm 53, and anyone that can relate, when I was coming up, your neighbors cared about you. And if they said that you did something, if they saw you do something, you can best believe, yeah, you did it. It wasn't too many that would tell a lie on you. They would pretty much be telling the truth, and back then, if they saw you doing something, you got it. Not just from your parents, but from your neighbors as well. But that's when people cared about each other, everybody's for self now. You know, it's just, it's sad. It's so sad that that's the direction we're going in. But all I can say is stay prayed up. Believe there is a God, because, you know, like I said, I just hope and pray that my grandkids just make it, you know, through all of this and through school. I just want them to get their education and, you know, make a life for themselves and, you know, set really good goals for themselves and attain it, because it's sad. I mean, you can't go anywhere now. I remember one time my boyfriend and I went to the movies, and I think it was not long after that guy killed those people at the theater, and I couldn't get comfortable. I could not get comfortable. I kept watching the exit, and every time somebody would come in, I would jump, and it's crazy. I'm like, I don't like living like this. I hate it. You can't go to a restaurant and have breakfast with your family, or, you know, you just can't do anything and mind your own business. And, whew, I'm having a senior moment, child. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if it's the pain causing me to sweat or if I just haven't cooled off. Because I came right in and started picking these greens, so. This wasn't a good bunch. I should have checked this out a little better. But the ones in between are kind of yellow, and there was a couple of dry ones, so I don't want those. I'm not going to cook those. So yeah, all I can say, guys, is just, you know, stay prayed up. Pray for your kids. Pray over your kids. Pray for your family. Pray for the schools. Nowadays, you got to be, they say when you pray, you got to be, you got to ask for what you want and what you're praying for. You got to be, you know, precise about it. So when you praying, don't just pray for your children. Pray for all the children. Pray for the schools. When you dropping your kids off at school, when you go into these restaurants, you got to almost pray before you step out of your car. It's sad. It is sad. Not sad that you have to pray. We all need to pray, but it's sad that it gets to the point where you have to pray for every move you make. It's sad. It's really sad. It's heartbreaking. I know I'm just ranting, but, you know, I get to the point now, I don't like to turn on the news because I get so sick and tired of hearing about babies being killed at the hands of these men or these boyfriends or these parents who really don't want their kids because they want the man more than they want their kid. And these men killing their families because they can't accept the fact that their wife is leaving them, or they're filing for divorce and they want to take out the wife and the kids and everybody. That's senseless. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's just, it's sad. And you almost can't date nowadays. I mean, you have to really make sure that, I'm stretching a little bit, guys. You have to really take your time in getting to know a person. That's men and women. You know, you just never know what a person is capable of. So it's not just the men. It's more men out here doing the killing, but you got to be careful with everybody. You know, it's hard. If I was single, I don't know if I would date again. I don't know. I don't know if I would date again. These people are crazy. You just never know what you're getting. And, you know, you always meet someone's alias before you really see the true them. And that may take a little while. It might be 4 or 5 years later before he snaps on you. You know, and that's normally how it goes. But, I don't know. All I can say is just look over your kids. Watch over your children. Don't be so quick to move a man in. Don't be so quick to move a man in, especially over your children. Especially over your children. You know, after I had gone through my divorce and everything, I didn't bring men into my house when I was dating over my kids. I just didn't do it. No, I just didn't do it. You could come and see me when my kids weren't there. And I'm thinking, you know, eventually I got to know them, but you just spend the night and all of that. Not over my children. Now, if my kids aren't at home, you know, but during the time that me and my boyfriend were dating, he didn't spend the night. He didn't spend the night when I had my kids at home. No, not gonna do it. And when my grandkids are here, not gonna do it. So therefore, I don't bring them here. And it's not that I don't trust them. It's just, you know, you just need to learn a person more before you start letting them hang over your kids. And maybe I'm just being ridiculous about it, but I'd rather be cautious than to just be so quick to do things just because I have a man. That doesn't make sense to me. But it's just my theory. Anyway, I finished my greens. Let me let you see what I've done. So here are my greens. I'm going to wash these up. I'm going to cut these up and wash them up. And then I'm going to take the beans and let them soak overnight. So I won't be cooking this until tomorrow. So I'll just bag these up in a Ziploc bag once I wash them. And then I'll start my meal tomorrow. So I guess I won't be eating this today, will I? I guess not. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I hope you guys are doing well. And I'm probably not going to be making very many videos, at least for a while until I get back in the groove of working. I am going back to work part-time, so we'll see. I'll wing it, okay? But if I do, it will probably be once or twice a week, and maybe I'll do some hauls and mix in some chit-chat or whatever. But anyway, oh, so I got my beans. I'm going to be soaking them, and these are the camellia beans. Camellia beans. And yeah, so I'm gonna cook that up, and then Sunday I'm thinking about doing me some chicken and noodles, and I'm gonna use some bouillon cubes, some chicken bouillon cubes, and cook my chicken in. So ooh, that sounds good. I should cook it tonight, but I'm not really hungry tonight, so I'll probably just make a salad or something. Anyway, if you are not subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll know the next time that I upload a video. So until next time, guys, bye-bye.